So welcome to another episode of Full Send. I'm Kiefer. Juan is not here, but we have a pretty cool dude. Go ahead and introduce yourself.
What's up, y'all? My name is Vann. How y'all doing?
And who are you with?
I am one of the senior account executives at Nation Safe Drivers, one of the #1 motor clubs in the nation, one of the largest TPAs.
Straight to the point, this what you do and what you don't do. No bullshit, sugarcoat when it comes to repairs and maintenance. Advice you can go to.
So, break that down in English. What is a motor club?
So a motor club is essentially a company who helps facilitate roadside assistance benefits and needs like towing, roadside assistance.
Like AAA kind of thing?
Most people, it's actually funny. When people think roadside assistance, their first thought is AAA. I even thought that roadside assistance was just AAA. That's what it meant. But come to find out, AAA is more on the retail side to the consumer side, right? Nation Safe Drivers actually stays behind the scenes, and we provide roadside assistance to several large companies, but we don't like to take the attention of it. We obviously just give them good service and allow that value prop to be for the company.
So sales a service to the other businesses, not sales a service to the end consumer.
Exactly. So we give the service to the company who winds up providing it to the consumer. Does that make sense?
Yeah, so I guess you partner with dealerships?
Well, kind of, right? So we partner with agents that actually connect to the dealership. So we partner with, let's say, Bob Smith's agency or Bob Smith's dealer services, right?
Okay.
So then they go to different dealerships and they say, hey, I have a great product, a great solution like gap insurance or tire and wheel coverage or theft protection, prepaid maintenance programs. And they go to these dealerships and say, I represent this company, Nation Safe Drivers, and they sell the product to the dealership, right?
When they sell the trailer, hey, we have this add-on that if you bust an axle or lose a tire on the side of the road, call us, we got you.
Yes. So it's simple. So Nation Safe Drivers partners with NATDA, right? Mm-hmm. In a very simple format where we give them a tire and wheel program. So it's NATDA tire and wheel. At the bottom of it says powered by NSD, and it's powered by Nation Safe Drivers. Mm-hmm. So it's our tire and wheel program for the trailers, right? So what it does is it covers a repair of the tire, right? A replacement of the tire if it's impacted by a road hazard. Let's say someone hits a pothole and the tire blows, right? Gone. And the rim just gets bent up. Looks like the Hulk then smashed on it for a while, right? So then NSD would make sure that we pay for the repair or the replacement of that rim and that tire so the customer can get back on the road with nothing out of their pockets whatsoever. Make sense?
That's awesome.
Yeah.
So how long have you been involved with NATDA?
Me personally, almost a year now.
Almost a year? And
Yeah.
what's been your thoughts so far?
You want to know the truth?
Absolutely. Fun.
So much fun. It's been such a great show. The people here, it's like they have this hospitality in their heart where they just want to to love on you. You know what I mean? They want to make you feel welcome. Everyone's here just trying to do the same thing, build their business and build a community. I think it's great.
And that's we've heard that a lot throughout the years being a part of NATDA. And last year we did the podcast booth. This year we're doing it again, obviously.
Right.
But one of the things, like whether they're new to the industry or they've been here a while,
right,
there is a sense of community. Like a lot of industries are like absolutely cutthroat. Like if you're a competitor or in the same space, it's like, no, I want nothing to do with you.
Yep.
But here it's, whoa, that's cool. Let's talk about it.
So I can actually give you some genuine experience, right? So before I got into, automotive and power sports and trailer ancillary sales, I used to be in a military government marketplace and an aviation marketplace doing sales of a web-based platform, right?
Oh, that is cutthroat there.
Yeah, well, it gets better. So I got transitioned into the automotive segment when I got to NSD. And personally, I don't like car sales guys, right? This is not my thing. Nothing against them. Like, if you make sales, you make money for your family, that's amazing, right? But so I started working in the automotive side. What happened is like I'm a power sports guy, right? So I own a Triumph Street Triple RS 765. That's my joint, right? So I love motorcycles, and obviously you need a trailer to tote your motorcycles to the track and all this stuff, right?
Oh, you just throw it in the back of the truck. I mean,
right.
Yes, you need a trailer. We're at NATDA.
Well, this is true. So I also own a Ram Laramie, right? So I have a truck and a motorcycle. I've never put my motorcycle in my truck. It goes in a trailer, right? You don't want to roll that thing all the way up to the back of your bed, so you get get a trailer, right?
Yep.
So it's a way safer way to transport your, your units. So anyways, I've been on the automotive side where it's super cutthroat, right? It's super like, dog eat dog out there, right?
Yeah.
The trailer industry and the power sport industry is so much more inclusive and inviting and warm.
Absolutely.
And it's awesome.
And that's one thing, like, in this room, we have some of the biggest manufacturers in the industry.
My goodness.
And you're seeing them laughing, cutting up, and like old friends, right?
Oh, yeah.
You go to a car show at SEMA or something like that, they're not talking to each other. They're turning their backs. They don't want anything to do with each other.
Have you ever been at NADA?
I have not.
Oh yeah, it's like imagine this, but like a lot larger in terms of automotive, right? And it's exactly how you describe. They're not talking to each other.
Like inside of the auto realm, you have like the custom builders, like the ones that, hey, I've got a project, whether it's resto mods, restorations, or just that used to be something else and now it's not.
Right.
Those guys will collaborate and talk to each other, and the same community that's here in the trailer space is there, but it doesn't go really beyond that.
Right.
And like we're parts distribution, the trailer parts outlet.
Okay.
So we deal with manufacturers, we deal with dealers, we deal with the individuals. And never once has it been like cold shoulder.
It's like not competition-ish, right?
Yeah, there's enough to go around, and people want to help each other. People want to build each other up, which is so weird in such a large industry, because it took me a little while to realize it. But about a year and a half, 2 years into being in this industry,
right,
realizing that it's not just the trailer industry we affect.
Right.
Transportation, yes. Oil and gas, yes.
Tires.
Farm and ranch, yes. ATV and off-road, yes. There's so many things that are birthed out of this industry.
Yes.
And
it's such a support to so many different areas of the world.
Yeah, I mean, we were talking to GeoForce. They do like the location trackers and asset management.
I'm very familiar with GeoForce.
They came out of the oil field because they were trying to figure out how to track something from point A to point B one way. And it's like, that was oil and gas that came into this industry, and then from there it has expanded out.
Right.
So having these people that are willing to work with each other, work together, and find solutions. Like we were talking to one of the dealership council advisory board members. Okay. And they had.
I bet they're a fun time, by the way.
Ooh. I could see that getting a little twisted, right?
Yeah, maybe some drinks going around, some laughs, someone throwing popcorn possibly.
Right. So you have this this round table or this meeting that they sat down with the major dealerships and the major manufacturers,
right?
And had a session where they're going through. Well, yeah, they're going through. Hey, these are our issues.
Yeah.
This is what we need change. Let's find solutions, and it's a two-way conversation. It's not just no, we're not going to do that. No, they're wanting to work together. And that's unheard of in any industry.
So to that point, right, it becomes it's not about the competition, it's about the community, right? So
absolutely.
I'll give you the example of, I work with this, tire and wheel program, right? And I'm trying to find other angles and other avenues, right? So we work with a lot of the dealers here at NATDA, right? So we work with those dealers and they sell the tire and wheel program. We also work with some of the financial institutions. So these dealers that get financed through these certain institutions also offer the tire and wheel program, right?
Yep.
So, and they don't see it as stepping on toes with one another, right? But now this is interesting. NATDA has a plethora of amazing, large, enthusiastic manufacturers, right? And the product is just out of this world crazy.
Yep.
If you look around this show, you see just these phenomenal units out there. You're just like, dude, how did you make that, right? So, and I go to one of these guys.
Dude, have you seen Air Tow?
No, I haven't yet.
They have the beds that sit on the ground.
Okay.
And then you hit the hydraulics, and it goes back to normal bed height. So you're loading.
That's cool.
It's like 6 to 8 millimeters of steel on the ground. You get whoop. It goes.
Have you seen the one where it's a power sport? It pulls out of the bed, it backs up out of the bed, it drops to the floor. You load the bike up on it. It lifts the bike all the way up and then pulls it into the bed of the truck.
Dude, last year he was here, and our Janky podcast booth setup was tied to that truck.
Oh my! It's so
so it
cool.
wouldn't fall over.
It's
so yeah, we got
cool.
to chill with him last year. But some of the innovations here, right? And not necessarily, not all of them are absolutely specifically trailer related, right?
Right.
Like you're offering sales after the service, or sales after the service. Service after the sale.
Yeah,
That's it.
service after the sale. Vice
There you
versa.
go.
Yeah, it's been a long day.
Words hard, caffeine low. But
Functions not computing.
right, what are words? Words hard. But the industry is so vast now
Yeah.
that these things are needed, and it's not like, oh, you're the new guy.
No.
Oh, no. Hey, let me introduce you to so-and-so. Oh, so-and-so? Yeah. Go see this person.
So what I did is I walked up to some of these manufacturers, right? And I'm like, hey, let me ask you this question. How does a manufacturer benefit from this amazing program that NATDA has, right? And like, I'm trying to figure out the brainstorming vertical, right? So a manufacturer can make, more profit, but also at the same time have more value to their product. And instead of
and
these
make
guys...
their warranty claims a little less at that point.
Right?
Yeah.
And then offer like a warranty on the tire and the rim as well as the unit, right? So they have their manufacturer warranty coupled with this tire and wheel warranty. So I'm going to these guys and I'm asking questions and they're like, "Oh, dude, let's brainstorm it. Let's connect on a meeting. Let's figure it out," instead of just shutting it down out the gate.
So the problem isn't a no. The problem becomes, are you doing the follow-up?
Right.
And that's what it becomes. And I will be honest, after a trade show, my goodness, the stack of business cards is huge. The information, ideas,
So many.
the brain dumps you have to do just to be able to get something like completed.
Yes.
Little hectic and frustrating, but there's so much value in that.
Yes. My recommendation, by the way, for that is like, I've been a project manager before, so I have like an operational process that I work through. Take all those business cards, man. When you get back from your show, sit down, open up a Microsoft Excel spreadsheet or open up your CRM that you're working on and just put it all in.
Schedule a time and a date to reach out.
Every single one. Put that reminder on the phone, send out the email, send out the calendar invite, man, and you start working on it. And then when you're having those conversations, you guys map out, the business operations of it, right?
And people's brains are allowed to rest between now and then. So you might have to remind them of what you talked about, but then they actually have the brain power and the bandwidth to say, hey, all right, I remember this. Let's talk about it.
Here's a key point. When I did this at the because I'm a power sports subject matter expert, right? I did this at the AIM convention. Me and this guy started having a conversation. He's like, "Man, I'm gonna forget who you are." I was like, "Dude, me too. Let's take a picture together." I kid you not. So I got his number, took a picture together, and he was like, "This is brilliant." So later on, I connected with him. I shot him a message and an email and sent him the picture. And he goes, "Oh, Christian, I remember exactly what we were talking about."
Yes.
So if you guys steal that, it's okay. I just want a little credit for it. No, I'm just kidding.
At the bottom of that contact, just put, Christian taught me this.
Yes, right? But there's a lot of guys out here, man, that, are just willing to talk to you and work through things with you together and find out ways that you can partner together. It's never exclusive, man. These guys are offering their experience for help.
And one of the cool things about NATDA is the people inside of the NATDA organization as well.
Yes, amazing.
We connected through Susan. She is a gem.
Rock star.
Yes.
Absolute rock star.
Then there's Andrea, who is phenomenal. And then
Leanna,
exactly.
Donna, Bill.
And then we can't miss Karen, because Karen and
Pat.
She's a whirlwind. But they are so involved in seeing a community grown. And like to put, there aren't words to put together how much they have actually done for this industry.
The CEO, and guys, if whoever's listening, man, this is something that's important to know, is that the CEO, right, personally wanted to come down to our booth, right, and meet their partners and conversate with them, right, and set up a meeting with them. Like, he's like, hey, they made it a point when I got here to say, hey, Rick wants to come down and say hello to you and introduce himself, to where you guys get a chance to connect, exchange contact information, and actually build a relationship with you. So now, like, it's that personal touch, but it's also like that community, building that community. And like,
this becomes a family reunion every year.
Yes, and I've been to places where the CEO's too busy, can't take a phone call, can't take a meeting, can't answer a simple Teams message, right?
And he's probably busy enough to use that excuse, but he makes time for the people in the organization, which is phenomenal.
I couldn't agree more with that statement.
All right, so if people wanted to get a hold of you, how do they do that?
You could email me at CVANN, that's CVAN at nationsafedrivers.com. You can call me on my cell, 504-453-2485. You can send me a pigeon with a scroll. I'm very old-fashioned if you want to do that.
What about smoke signals?
Smoke signal, I'll take a smoke signal. I have, a secretary that decodes SOS messages if you want. But The text message or a phone call on the cell is the best.
All right, man. Well, it's been a pleasure. Glad to have you. Definitely have to catch back up with you.
Yes, I look forward to chatting with you soon, man. I do.
All right. Thanks.